The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons are pretty cool. If you have multiple sets of these, how do you actually charge them? Well, I got sent this product from FASTSNAIL. They did send me this, they haven't paid me any money. The thoughts are my own. But yeah, they sent me this Nintendo Switch 2 Charging Dock. Annoyingly, there's a sticker on the front, but either way, it's an RGB charging station for up to 4 Joy-Cons, 2 sets of Joy-Cons, which I think is great. And it also comes with some nice RGB lighting, which we all know we love. But enough of the box. Let's have a look at the product itself. So this is the product itself. It's this cone-shaped device. As you can see, there is sets for 2 left and 2 right Joy-Cons. There's a button on top for changing the RGB colour lights. It's not really a button, it's more of a touch-sensitive panel, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. On the bottom, we can see that it requires a 1.5 amp at a 5 volts input and an output of an amp. It's got 4 rubber feet. You can also use this, just plug in the cable because it's Type-C. Just plug it directly into your Switch dock and it'll charge that way, which is the way I found. Or typically, because it's not a lot of power needed, you could probably just charge it off your smart TV. So there's not really any need for a wall plug with something like this. It does also come with a Type-C to USB cable, because of course for charging. And in there is also the instruction manual. Of course, you don't need much instructions here. Tells you what it comes with. Tells you about, tap the button to change the lights and so on. Also in there was this nice card from FASTSNAIL, and that there is their social media information if you want to have a look at their social media stuff or their other products, which they do have some interesting products for the Switch 2 and some other consoles as well. You can also extend your warranty, and there's also a nice little story on there about how the brand started. Let's have a look at this thing on and see how it works. So as I said before, it is Type-C. We've got a Type-C cable here. Just going to plug this in, and as you can see, there is the RGB lights working. So it's got a few different cycles. There are standard colours, and there is also this slow fading colour motion. So a couple of different effects. But yeah, I quite like this one. One thing to note as well is if you actually unplug your Type-C cable or whatever, turns off, you plug it back in, it goes back to the colour preset it was on, which I do quite like. So you've got that green colour there. Plug it back in, and there it is again. So yeah, there are a few different colours. You just tap it. It's pretty simple. To change the RGB, what was that other one? There's this little faint one. It's this one, this slight fading colour. I'm going to turn the lights off for a second just so we can have a look at the RGB better, because I've got a light on in here to obviously make the video look a bit better. And hopefully now you can see the full effect. It's quite a nice diffused RGB light. There is not really, these are the top lights here as well. Yeah, it's not really strong. There's no bleed or anything, which is quite nice. As you see, we've got a nice colour there, and it puts out a nice bit of light. Some of these colours might not come through the best on the camera, as I'm seeing some of it looks a bit whitish, but I can assure you now it's not in person. We'll turn the lights back on, and we'll have a look at how the Joy-Cons attach. So once you just, take your Joy-Cons off your Switch or your Joy-Con grip, they simply just connect in like so. And as you can see, the little light there changes on top for charging. If we get our Switch 2, so we turn the Joy-Cons on now, we'll reconnect these to the dock. As you can see, the lights change on top, and there is the lights changed on the Switch 2 as well. So these are charging. They can go on either one of these like so. This is going to be great as well when they create multiple sets of Joy-Cons like they did for the original Switch. I'd imagine there's going to be more colours in the future. Can you plug? You can plug the red ones onto the blue ones. There are pins on both sides of these connectors for that, but I think I just stick to plugging them into the right coloured ones like so. Yeah, it works pretty good. It's it is a dock. Yeah, it's a pretty nice product. And the other thing is as well, if you pick it up and you move it around, these aren't just falling out, which I think is good. Of course they're not going to withstand a lot of shaking, but that's not really what it's for. But yeah, you see still charging, as you can see there, and on the lights on top. You can pick it up, move it around if you need to, and they can easily just come off like so, and you're back to gaming. So overall, I think this product is quite good. It's not bad value for money. I do quite like it. I want to know what you guys think about this product. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.